All right, let's talk about something that's totally changing the game in dentistry. We're going to dive into how practices are moving away from that feeling of constant manual chaos and stepping into a world of smooth, automated efficiency. We'll see how AI isn't just a fancy new gadget, but a real teammate that helps dental staff get their time and their sanity back. So, take a look at this. Does this feel familiar? That constant scramble, the feeling that you're always one step behind? I bet if you're working in a dental office, you're probably nodding your head right now. I'm talking about the phones just ringing nonstop, right? Mountains of insurance paperwork, the sting of revenue just vanishing with every no-show. And, of course, a team that feels completely and utterly burned out. These aren't just little annoyances, they're huge roadblocks to running a successful practice. And all of this, it leads us to what we're calling the dental office dilemma. Because this isn't just about day-to-day stress. We're talking about real, hidden costs that are dragging your practice down from the inside out. Okay, look at this number, 10 to 30%. That's the typical no-show rate for a dental office. And, that's not just an empty chair. That is pure, lost revenue walking out the door every single day. It's a huge financial hit. And here's the thing, all these problems, they're connected. It's like a chain reaction, right? Manual scheduling leads to mistakes. Chasing down insurance info just eats up hours and hours. And when your team is swamped, patient follow-up gets missed. So you end up making big decisions kind of flying blind. And the result? A front desk team that is just absolutely exhausted. But what if you could break that cycle? This is where we start talking about the solution. And I want you to think of it as bringing on a new teammate. Not a replacement, but a digital assistant designed to make everyone's life easier. So when we say AI in dentistry, please don't picture some sci-fi robot, okay? What we're really talking about are smart computer systems that can handle all those repetitive, boring tasks. Things like scheduling, patient communication, analyzing data, all the stuff that frees up your human team to focus on what they do best, taking amazing care of your patients. This slide really paints the picture, doesn't it? On one side, you've got the old way. Manual tasks, overloaded staff, a lot of guesswork. But then you bring in AI, and suddenly you have intelligent automation. Your team feels empowered, not swamped. And your decisions, they're driven by actual data, not just a gut feeling. And look, this isn't some pie-in-the-sky idea for the future. The solution is already here. There are all-in-one platforms, like CCI 365, that are built specifically for dental practices just like yours. This tech is ready to go, right now. Okay, so what does this actually look like day to day? Let's get practical and talk about one of the biggest wins, how AI completely streamlines the patient journey from start to finish. Okay, just imagine this for a second. It's late at night, maybe 10 p.m., and a patient decides they need to book an appointment. No problem. They just text your office or go to your website. The AI instantly looks at your real schedule and shows them what's open. They pick a time, tap confirm, and boom, it's booked. And the best part? The system automatically sends out personalized reminders. No more phone tag, it just works. And patients, they absolutely love this. Listen to this quote from a real patient, Sarah. She says, "It's just so much easier than waiting on hold." And that's the whole point, right? It's about convenience. It's about respecting their time. That's how you build loyalty. But it's not just about scheduling. Think bigger. The AI can instantly answer common questions. What insurance do you take? Or what are your hours? It can send out automated reminders for recalls and treatment plans. It can even check insurance eligibility in real time. It's a complete communication overhaul. Okay, so we know patients love it, but what about the practice itself? What about the bottom line? This is where AI goes from being nice to have to absolutely essential, because it turns your practice data into real measurable results. Check out this case study from a practice called Bright Smile Dental. Before AI, their no-show rate was 25%. After implementing a system like CCAI 365, it dropped to 15%. That is a 40% reduction. Why? Because the reminders are smart, they're interactive, patients can confirm or reschedule with one click. Think about what getting that revenue back would mean for your practice. And here's another huge piece of the puzzle, your team's time. This chart basically shows the before and after. Before, maybe 70% of their day was spent on repetitive admin stuff. After AI takes over those tasks, that number flips. Now they're spending the majority of their time on high-value patient interactions. It's a total game changer for their workflow. And the results just keep coming. Look at this. Front desk call volume drops by 35%. Claim denials go way down because there are fewer human errors. You get paid 30% faster. And all of that adds up to a significant jump in revenue. We're talking an 18% increase here. The numbers really speak for themselves. All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Whenever you say automation, people get nervous. They start thinking about robots taking over jobs. But I really want to be clear. This is about augmenting your staff, not replacing them. So here's the big question on every practice owner's mind, right? Will this AI replace my amazing staff? It's a fair question. And the answer, honestly, is a clear and simple no. And this slide shows you exactly why. The focus of their job just shifts. Instead of doing boring, repetitive data entry, they're now educating patients on treatment plans. Instead of playing endless phone tag, they're actually building relationships. They go from feeling totally burned out to feeling empowered and super effective. It elevates their entire role. And you don't have to take my word for it. Listen to this feedback from a front desk staff member. They said they can now spend more time with patients, walking them through their options, and they feel more valued, less like a robot. That's powerful. A happy, engaged team is your absolute best asset. So, the takeaway here is really simple. AI handles the boring, repetitive stuff so that your team, your human experts, can focus on what really matters, providing incredible patient care. They work together. Which brings us to our final thought. The technology is here. The results are proven. The benefits for your patients and your staff are crystal clear. So really, there's only one question left to ask. Is your practice ready for the future of dentistry?